Hey guys, how you guys doing today? Welcome to another installation of Ungrateful and Disloyal, where we have stories about men who are just in bad situations, not being appreciated, but we also have positive stories. We have stories where guys are asking for advice on our opinion on what they should do. Now, if you have a story that you would like to send in, send it on the link shown above of ungrateful_disloyal at gmail. Today's story is my girlfriend 20 cheated on me, 21, with her best friend. All right, let's get this started. During the summer break, my girlfriend cheated on me with her best friend, all the while keeping in the dark, and the general communication was zero. We came back to college and I started hearing dumb things and excuses that led to fights like, "You kiss differently. You've changed. You're not who you were." Yeah, that's odd for someone to just start saying out of the blue. I haven't changed a bit. It's just that something felt off. One day we had an event in college and we had a lot of fun. The same night I got a call from her. She was crying and she told me how she cheated on me with her best friend of about 3 months. No, for about 3 months. She told me she realized she truly loved me. I don't like shouting at people or fighting, so I immediately cut the call, and didn't want to talk further. She started bombarding me with calls. Yeah, guys, when you stop talking and stop giving them attention, they will come running in a heartbeat. I picked up one call and told her that I didn't want to talk right now and was in no mood to discuss this further. She kept calling me. Now her friends had also joined in. I was getting messages and calls left and right. She was crying and not eating. That's guilt for you. Finally, I had to pick up the call. She was crying profusely and asked me why I wasn't talking to her. She kept saying I love you, but I couldn't bring myself to reciprocate. I told her I wanted to break up, but that blew the lid off her and she started crying very loudly. See, guys, they can't handle the guilt when they do something wrong. They want to confide in you so that you will forgive them. And when you don't, they melt down to children. I somehow convinced her to eat something and not cry. She kept crying. She only wanted me and nothing else, but my trust was shattered. Yeah, it's funny how they have so much love now after they cheated on you more than one time, you know. And, she saw him when she got back and didn't choose to tell him then. She kept on with it. She didn't tell him until she couldn't deal with it, couldn't sleep. It was eating away at her. She made me meet her the next day, although I didn't want to. I told her I wanted a break and it'll be a long time before I was normal again. She just kept crying and asking me not to do this. She kept saying, "I love you, don't do this," etc. After a while, I thought maybe I was being too dramatic. No, you was right on the money doing what you should have done. And told her I can't trust her anymore. She said she would do anything. I could only tell her I can't do this. She kept pushing me. Me and my ex were really good friends. We broke up on mutual terms and we talked once in a while. She had a problem with talking she had a problem with talking to my ex and made me block her. Finally, I asked her to choose between me or her best friend. I'm not someone who does something like this. She used to hang out with him and leave me behind, talk to him and not answer my calls, all at times, but I trusted her fully. Yeah, that's the ultimatum, but I still think that you probably should have just kept on with your stance. She said she wants to be with me. She made it a point to show me she blocked him, but she can always take it out when she's not around you. It was all well and good until about a week later. Damn, not even a month. When I saw she was talking to him on Instagram, I was hurt. I had started to trust her again to some degree. I immediately confronted her and she blocked him again. But I wasn't having any of it. She started crying and begging me. After, after a lot of this, I still agreed to be with her. Oh my God. Are you serious? All she does is go through the actions with you, and when she thinks that you're satisfied, she relapses into her old behavior, and you're rewarding bad behavior. But there's more to it, so let's plow through. Now, yesterday, again, I saw this guy's chat. Never checked her phone. She was showing me something on Instagram and confronted her about it immediately. She started telling me how her friend was becoming suicidal and this and that. I called the guy directly and talked to him in front of her and told both of them that I wasn't okay with it and that she would have to choose. Man, dude, you're a glutton for punishment. Now, somehow my girlfriend told me I was being controlling. Wow, she's got nerve. By asking her to choose, and at this point, I had had enough. I asked her to take her stuff and go to her hostel. I have a flat. She lives in the hostel. Now, I thought talking to one of her friends who was quite responsible was a good idea. No, birds of a feather flock together. I called her friend up in front of her and she told my girlfriend to do what she thought was right. Then she took the phone off the speaker and I was like, this involves me. I would like to listen. Oh, so they're going to talk to you. They're going to talk to each other on the sly so you can't hear. At this point, she started leaving the room. She was already packing her stuff in anger. I told her that if you leave, just don't come back. At this point, she made up her mind about the breakup and proceeded to take her stuff and walk out the door. It was pretty late at night, and I didn't want to let her go in an unsafe situation. Oh, she wasn't going to an unsafe situation. She had her boyfriend, her BFF, to come pick her up. I chased after her, and that's why you're in this situation. I chased after her and said I'd give her a ride. She refused, but I insisted. Finally, she agreed. At this point, she had told her friend and her best friend that we've broken up. But during the ride, she held on to me and started crying, asking me if I was really doing this. I didn't have an answer. What do I do? Now that is, I think the answer is obvious. I think we all see it. But there's some comments underneath this of what other people thought. So let's just read some of the thoughts. And then we have an update also from him. Okay, one person put, break up. She cheated on you for 3 months and unblocked him 2 times and then told you were being controlling for giving her an ultimatum. You'd be a fool to let her treat you like that. You gave her not 1 chance but 3. If you stay in this relationship, you deserve everything you get. Damn, that's kind of harsh, but he has a very good point. Please leave, dude. You have to deal with this and give yourself time to heal before you look for another girl. It will do wonders for your mind. And lastly, we got, what a polite young man. At least you showed class taking care of her even though she put you through all this crap. Just cut her loose, mate. It will be better for you. Single life is a good time to reflect upon who you are and what you really want. I believe in you, mate. Yeah, basically, I think your main problem was you gave her way too many chances. Now let's pull up the update. Okay. And he pretty much put this up a year ago, so this is the 1-year follow-up. So I wanted to provide an update and thank my fellow Redditors. I took the advice and broke up and realized the relationship was really sucking the life out of me and was the worst thing in my life at the moment. Yeah. Since then, I've met someone who understands me and cares for me. There's no drama. Well, I once ate the last pizza slice and she got pretty angry, but yeah, that's the level of the drama. We support each other make and she makes me a better human all around. Well, that's great, you know. And guys, that's the one thing you should always look for is someone who's trying to make you better as a person and willing to be on your team. Because of my ex, I wasn't able to focus on my studies, and the breakup combined with COVID pandemic gave me ample time to study, and I landed an internship at a big bulge bracket company. And also, I'm working on a few personal projects I love spending time on. The pandemic also gave me time to realize that I was the wrong person, and I was with the wrong person, and I love many others who love me, be it my family, friends, etc. I feel really liberated. That's what I'm talking about. Turn lemons into lemonade. Learn, focus on the people who got your best interest in at heart. Today, I was looking back at what used to be, and I remember that this subreddit for the trigger point, this subreddit was a trigger point for the change in my life. So thank you and you all for your awesomeness. It's because of you I've gone from crying nights to happy days. All right. So that's a really good thing. That's a really great thing that, you were able to find someone who was on your game plan. And it's like I say, when you focus on yourself and you get your ducks in order, opportunities happen. You wrote in here that you was able to go to a big bulge bracket company. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking that it's a large corporation and you got offered a great position. You know, fellas, all I can say is, you really need to figure out what's important to you and make those your priorities. Focus on getting yourselves better. Focus on getting your health better, and someone else will come around. I think a lot of guys don't realize is women outnumber men on this planet. So if someone doesn't want to act right, there's going to be somebody else out there for you. And you don't have to be with somebody 24/7. You can use some time alone. He said during the pandemic, a lot of people are using this pandemic as an excuse to get depressed and want to be victims. But this guy was like, hey, look, I got all this time. Let me go study. And with that studying, it got him into a better position that led to better opportunities. And I'm pretty sure this is leading to better money and a better lifestyle. So if there's anything that we can take from this is one, don't chase after these girls. Be on your purpose. Two, if she ain't acting right, let her go. Because the minute he tried to, give her a chance and a second chance, oh, I'm going to block his number. I'm not going to deal with him. But yet she's still communicating. She was just placating him, just doing what she needed to do to stop the drama for right now. You know, my my opinion on this is if you're going to try and date women, don't make it about them. Make it about you, because at the end of the day, they're going to be depending on you. And if they don't want to act right, they don't want to be on your program, if they want to mess around, let them go. Let them be them. Women can't handle guilt. And if they're going to cheat, they're going to come back and tell you. And they're going to tell you because they want you to forgive them. And they'll bat their eyes, they'll cry, they'll do an award-winning performance on how, you should give them another chance. But what do we see? When you give them another chance, they just relapse into their old ways. But the minute you cut them off, the minute you get on your purpose, the minute you focus on yourself, they come running. And if you carry that energy through your life 24/7, you'll be surprised at the amount of women who will start to approach you and want to be interested in you because you're not chasing them. You're not lowering yourselves. You're not putting them above you. Always put yourselves first. Well, guys, what do you think about this situation? Did you think he should have given his ex another chance, or you think that he's in the right place? How do you feel about the whole situation of buckling down during the pandemic and applying himself and seeing the opportunities arise further down, the horizon? Anyways, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And feel free to go to the Gmail link of Ungrateful&Disloyal at Gmail and leave a message, leave a story, leave a question, and I'll do my damnedest to read it on here and give my opinion. Thanks for tuning in, and once again, you guys have a great day and be on your purpose. Peace.